And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sports. And today I'm joined by Chelsea's finest,
It's
Sister
official. It's official.
Onge. Look at how excited these guys are, man.
To be a Liverpool fan right now, daughter. Yo.
Yes, you guys are
Squeezy,
gonna. Yebo. What up?
Squeezy,
Come back.
can I tell you? Can I tell you why this is also so exciting?
Yeah.
Because for the first time, okay, not for the first time, but we actually got to watch Chelsea Izolo,
Yeah.
and there's so much context to how he fits to the team and how the team is going to play. And yesterday,
Yeah.
all I kept thinking about was if only we had a Moises Caicedo in this type of game,
But you know,
in that type of game.
Onke, it's a reflection on not even a reflection. I watched the game. Both teams are going for the same player. Both teams needed that type of player.
Yeah,
It was too
Yeah.
open. I'm defenders weren't protected.
Yeah.
It was just an open game, and this is on both sides. So it makes you see. I know this is why both Klopp, no, Pochettino want this boy.
Yeah. No, true. But another thing is, like we spoke on Friday, you
so
guys
I
have
think with the
hybrids.
with the footballing
Yeah,
context
sorry.
of it,
Yeah, you can go. Okay, it's fine.
yeah. So with the footballing context of it, it makes so much sense, man. When you watch the game for both clubs, you're like Liverpool have a great midfield, ne? Great midfield, but there's no one holding that
Attacking
midfield.
wise,
Tina, at least we
attacking
could,
wise, yeah.
yes, we could use Enzo. We could use Enzo deeper Izolo to help our build up, and then we started to
Yeah,
dominate the game more. And Liverpool didn't have that person who could start deep. And whenever they tried to start deep, we would cut those lines down. You know, Chukwemeka, Gallagher, Enzo were doing so great at pressing. Who's this?
McAllister.
Um, McAllister. You know, and
Oh,
Gakpo was not in the game at all because he was
mm,
supposed to be supporting in midfield. So as a result of him
yeah,
supporting in midfield, we were able to keep him out of the game completely. So it tells you how desperate Liverpool is. Chelsea
yeah,
could survive, but playing Enzo deeper takes away so much that he can
of
do
his game.
for
Yeah,
us,
yeah. Mm,
Pambil. So
yeah,
having someone that he knows he can trust to start moves from the back, yo, brah, yo, like breath of
ish.
fresh air, breath of
So,
fresh air. So
I mean,
Yeah,
another takeaway from game lay is McAllister. He tried, but McAllister is not that type of player.
he's not a six.
Um, no, it's not.
he's not a six, he's an
Um,
8.
Yeah, he's an
yeah,
eight. So
and
defensive
I think
awareness.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You
and
can go. You can
I
go.
think he was caught out, and
Mm,
the one thing I'm loving right now is Liverpool, Klopp. I always consider them to be title contenders or top four. But if we play our cards right and we are able to get Idilga Romeo over the line, that means Uguti, their first choice, number six, their second choice, number six, we've taken that away from them. Now they must go either fight Brighton for Kudus, who I think is a brilliant player, but does he fit in to rock and roll football
yeah,
club? So now we've what there's an English word I'm looking for, just some bundles are clearly at this time. But
hijacked.
what we've not hijacked, but
What?
we've disabled not we've gone in
Yeah,
to a competitor and we had them on a back foot, not once, but
but
twice.
twice, hundred
Yeah,
percent. And
And
but the thing, yeah, sorry.
go for it. Yeah, go no, go
No, I
for
was
it.
just saying, Kudus, isn't Kudus an advanced midfielder? I don't think they
he
need
is.
Kudus. Yeah, they don't
But
He's an
need
attacking
Kudus.
midfielder. He's
but
Soboslai, basically.
what else
Yeah,
can they do right now? Because I
they
think
have
it's
to.
too late.
No, can I tell you what Liverpool can do? Liverpool can go get Paulinho from Fulham.
Yeah, boy.
Paulinho is brilliant. Perfect for Klopp as well. He runs the whole day, tackles, high intensity player. He's your leader in midfield. He's gonna get everyone running basically. And then they can go look for who's that boy Bamfuna France Fofana.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know,
Was it
I'm not too
Fofana?
sure.
No, is it Fofana?
Which?
There was some midfielder from League One they wanted.
Yeah.
I forget,
I'm not
man.
too sure.
They were linked with some midfielder from France.
Damn.
But
I'm not too sure.
basically, if they get Paulinho, they address one area, ball winning in midfield. Because yesterday, what they couldn't do was win the ball from us. Like Abesi Zenzela, they had their fourth lowest possession since Klopp became coach of Liverpool in a game. Fourth lowest. And in the 3 other games, it was against Man City. So we were frustrating them because they couldn't get hold of the ball. You know, Jackson was being physical with the defense as well. So Van Dijk and Konate didn't enjoy playing against that boy. And I think he could have scored. He should have scored actually. He had 2 great chances. One, Alisson made a great save, but Alisson Mauzabuye Engel, he's winning. That guy is too big. If Umshang Engel, he's always winning that. He's too big. And then the second one, he skied it. I think those 2 chances, he should bury at least one of them, especially the one that he skied. He should have at least tried to hit it with less power, you know, so that he chip nyana and jekpela. But those are things he can work on over time. I have no complaints about his work rate. I have no complaints about his driving, the way that he can drive with the ball from the back. I have no complaints about his control and hold up play. He's got so many things. I kept thinking to myself, we couldn't get this from Lukaku at all. Lukaku needs the ball to arrive in the box with him, you know, and he was willing to do the grind and everything.
But
just in front of goal, those things can be polished.
There's another player that Liverpool can go for, and look at us giving Liverpool options. The Real Madrid French player.
Tchouaméni.
That's the only. Yeah, but Tchouaméni is the only CDM in Madrid. And of course, Mbappe is staying. Yeah, you can go, okay.
Also, Tchouaméni already liked an Instagram post saying that he's not going to Liverpool. He's not going there. He's at Real Madrid. He's at Real Madrid.
And of course, Real Madrid can hold Liverpool at ransom. They can demand a higher fee than homeboy.
Yes. They know. They know they've got 111 million blowing thing.
They can demand more even, bro. They can be like, dog, this guy has played a World Cup final. You know, he's been playing for a bigger team essentially, because Madrid, of course, guys, it's a bigger team. Champions League football. And another thing is, why would Tchouaméni sacrifice Champions League football for Europa League at his age?
It's gonna talk to scouting.
Yeah. And how
it's gonna talk to the quality of the scouting.
Yeah, it's
Liverpool.
To a certain degree, because in Liverpool, what they used to do is they used to get deals over the line quickly. So what used to happen historically? If Liverpool is interested in a player, interested in the player on the Friday, the Monday, they've done the medical, they're announcing the player, Ishai.
Yeah.
There's not this back and forth and whatnot. But now we're getting to a point where Declan Rice, he transfer saga yabo. It lasted like literally almost the whole window, where it was a whole back and forth and. Let back and forth is the selling club more than it does the buying club. To a certain degree, because the seller has got the upper hand. It's their asset. They don't really need to get rid of Declan Rice. They've just won. I'm just using Rice as an example. They've just won a European title that they hadn't won in a very long time. So that gives an injection of money that the club might have needed. And up to a certain degree where Arsenal actually we're playing pre-season games without this player and bedding this particular player into our system. Because what he played West Ham and compared to where he's going to be playing Arsenal, it's two different roles. So West Ham is sitting there, but no, it's probably 100 million yet. It's up to you guys who keep 100 million or not. Now, if another player would introducing player two to join a conversation of a player, it even works out better. Because now you're in a scenario where it's a bidding war. And unfortunately, no one wins when it comes to a bidding war. Only the selling club. Because now they're sitting there and they're saying, well, we've just received 100 million from Liverpool. What do you guys say? And then, and then what happened with Moses? It's very loud, very, very loud to Liverpool. Liverpool is not as strong as it used to. Because had they wanted this, because I think everyone could see when Henderson, who's the other one? Is it
Fabinho?
Fabinho. Henderson, Fabinho left. It was it's a lot of players. Sure, fine. They buy pockets of the money and then Batula for like 2 weeks in the transfer window, and there was no matter would say, hey, this is where they're interested in. But figure about Romeo. Maybe Romeo. Southampton price at 50 million. 50 million, but figure one about 42 million. So it's this whole negotiating. Now they find themselves in a position where they're panicking. It's panic stations because everyone is seeing. Oh, okay, cool. If you finish Liverpool, there's no protection to Van Dijk. Van Dijk now, if you're being honest, it's like slowly deteriorating. He's not the same player. He's not the same player when before he got injured. I don't know whether he doesn't trust his body or he's gotten to a point of he used to get away with a lot of things, but now we're starting to see cracks. And then defense, the defense that they had this past weekend against Chelsea, they've played more minutes than any of the of a combination play here Chelsea. Meaning, they have a better understanding of my partner is going to do this, is going to do that. But look, you couldn't see that. No, man. We all know Trent is not there for his defensive abilities. Trent is there for one thing and one thing only. He puts, it defends on the back foot. Because when the Mapasa and whatnot, make it him, I'm the line. And you looked at it and you're like, there's a problem. There's no protection with defense here.
All right. Can you please pause? We're about to be joined by a special guest right now.
Drum roll, please. The man, the myth, the legend.
The man that never walks alone.
But you know what? I have to give Shiva dab for accepting my invite. Like I didn't.
Man.
For me, I respect you, bruh. Like I really do respect you because all along in the group, people are laughing. Hey, another hijack, And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just hit up Shiva and see if he's keen. And
Shiva, you do know you can't hijack a hijacker. You know that, right?
Look, we tried. We tried our best. I'm pissed off, guys.
Where do you start? This is
I think space. So. Where I'm gonna start is today. I found out that we were offered Enzo last year
for 15 million.
For 15 million, and we turned it down. And the way he ran that game, I'm like,
there was a sigh.
I'm like, you guys could have given him back to Benfica and paid another 105 to bring him back.
Thank you.
And he would still be worth it.
he will still be worth it. He's worth
Yeah.
every single penny.
Look, McAllister was probably the second best midfielder on the pitch there, right? Which isn't saying much because the other midfielders really didn't do anything.
Gallagher.
But I think yes, I'll give you Gallagher, but not because of his technical ability, but because he literally just ran and he was on top of
defensive work
anyone
rate.
who tried to do anything, and he didn't need to have any type of discipline. He just needed to be a pest, and he was absolutely brilliant at that. But in terms of running the game, for the first 30 minutes, I thought McAllister was the best player on the pitch, and then after that, it was just Enzo. Caicedo, I was angry. When was it? When did I make that comment on your stream? But at that time, yes, very nice. The blue suits him. How about you guys get a shirt sponsor? But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Caicedo, I was really angry at him because I'm like, how can you give us assurances and then just launch us like that? But then, you think about it, this guy had an agreement in place with Chelsea from May, and literally what he said was, look, I am happy to come to you guys, but I agreed with these guys in May, so I have to give them the chance. That's fair enough, right? That's fair enough. It's on us for not going earlier. So fine, I can understand it. He's not going to be the target of all my hate now. 100%. Lavia, and this is where I get really angry, because we were haggling over 4 million, right?
Yeah.
Then, after haggling over 4 million, we go and we put almost triple that on another guy, right? Then that guy switches us. We've already agreed that guy was within his rights and was not untoward for switching us, but he switches us, and then we go back for Lavia with 60 mil. So we basically said to him, "You're not good enough for us. We don't value you that highly. You are clearly our second choice. We didn't really want you anyway, right?" And then he says, "Fuck you," and joins Chelsea, which again, I would do the same thing if I was him. So I'm not angry at him. I am angry at us for just not paying that 4 million. Exactly.
Congratulations.
We did this to ourselves. Yeah. We played ourselves. Like, it's our own fault at this point.
Before you joined, I was speaking on where to from here for Liverpool, because I think over the weekend it was a glaring reflection that, hey guys, you need the protector. You need either I think a Henderson or
whichever team had Caicedo in that game would have won that game. Does anyone disagree?
Option one,
I agree.
Your option two,
I agree.
Whoever they were are now gone. So where to from here now?
So initially, I thought our plan was keep Fabinho and get Lavia in to be his backup and grow Lavia into the next player, right? I thought that was our plan. Then Saudi Arabia, let's be honest, overpaid for Fab. His legs are gone. He's not the player he used to be. We saw that last season. He was, honestly, this was worse than when Torres' shirt color changed. I've never seen a drop off that big. So fine, fair enough. Let him go. But we should, at that point, that's when you put the 110 for Caicedo, right? Or that's when you say, screw it.
It's a necessity
now anything. It's a necessity. And we lost Henderson as well. So we've got 55 mil, right, burning a hole in our pocket. And we know what we need to do. It's obvious. We need a senior CDM. We maybe don't need a junior CDM because Bajcetic is quite good. But minimum a senior CDM. And minimum a left centre back. Or because we saw everyone gives Trent shit for being a bad defender, but Robertson was honestly the worst player on the pitch yesterday. He might as well have not been there.
What could he do? Okay.
No, there's no balance here.
I had this conversation about Robertson.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened to Robertson was Sterling and Reece were basically double teaming him.
Yep, they were
he didn't have any midfield support because Gakpo was playing that side, and Gakpo could not offer him anything. Reece was running free, Sterling was running free. Whenever Robertson picked up any of the two, they just passed each other. He
So
literally couldn't do
what
anything
you do
about them
there,
because he was playing against two guys.
but remember, what you do there is you don't play like a fullback. You then play that like a centre back where you drop off and you let them come to you. Because if you notice, as much as they tore Robertson apart, whenever they got past Robertson, Van Dijk just put a big giant full stop on anything that was happening there, right? Because he
Yeah.
dropped off, he let it. Adam's been going at me the whole day, so this is nothing new. This is nothing new. The dude wins one game in I don't know how long, and now he suddenly thinks his team are relevant. But anyway, that's what you do as Robertson. The problem is his entire career he's been front foot, right?
Yeah.
He's been front foot, press up high, use your legs, and now he needs to change that completely. It doesn't work. He's not that player. Like he's not the Cole player who's going to play that role like a centre back. Yeah, and no. I said senior CDM and use Basetic as our junior, and then get a left centre back to play in Robertson's role, or just go back to a 4-3-3. But then again, we need a senior CDM.
I don't know if you guys were misguided though.
But I think
with the
Klopp got it wrong.
With the whole haggling.
What was he supposed to do? Like, okay,
He should have played
maybe
Basetic
he got it wrong.
over.
He's injured.
Oh, is Thiago also injured?
Injured.
Well, they're both back in training, so they're fit, but they're not match fit.
Thiago, man, bruh.
Because because the Gakpo selection to me.
10 games.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, the Gakpo selection was the ultimate downfall for that team. The midfield lost any balance. He wasn't able to play with McAllister, and he wasn't able to play with Jota and who was on the left. I'm forgetting this guy now for some reason. Who scored the goal?
Diaz.
Yes. Yeah. He wasn't able to connect with any of those three players. It just felt like he was just stuck in the middle of everyone, and his role he wasn't sure about.
He looked like a striker trying to play in midfield.
Yeah.
Yes. He looked like his bearings were totally lost. He didn't know what he was doing, and he was extremely out of position. So I think there he really got it wrong, and he took forever to address it as well. I felt like second half, when you saw the last 15 minutes from Chelsea, should have said, okay, no, Gakpo is looking out of place. Let me put Curtis Jones there, maybe, who's more natural at working with the midfield. Well. He did. He changed the game. We were under pressure the moment he came in.
Yeah. I thought he did well.
The game changed completely
as well. It's just like it. So the most basic thing, and I thought we learned this lesson in that COVID year, is in that COVID year we started playing better when instead of trying to be clever at who we're playing at centre back, we just put two centre backs at centre back. They are not very good centre backs. They're actually terrible footballers, but they're centre backs. So we played centre backs at centre backs, and then we got fourth. Right? It's the same thing here. Jones is not a 6. He's never gonna be a 6. But you play a midfielder in midfield. It's just simple. Just put a midfielder in midfield. He doesn't have to be very good, but he's a midfielder. He'll make the right decisions and he'll be more comfortable in that type of situation. And even if he's not playing well, he'll still show for the ball, or he'll know where to be, and he'll know how to support the other midfielders to just, at least have an impact on the game. Gakpo, I don't question his determination, but he just does not fit there.
Yeah. Guys, before you go on, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Yeah.
So we were talking about alternatives.
Yeah.
So I said João Palhinha from Fulham.
No. I'd rather have Curtis Jones at 6.
What?
Yeah.
Over Palhinha.
My God.
Yes, did I just come here to face some shots?
Hey, man, all
Mike,
these guys, dog,
Mike,
all these
do you know
Chelsea
that
fans,
Lukaku
dog.
is still on your books? There's an L stand for Lukaku. He's still there. Big Rob, he's still there. Focus on
It
getting out
doesn't
Big
matter.
Rob and getting in a shirt sponsor. Then you can come and talk.
Alice for Lavia, Shiva.
Alice for Lavia.
So then,
Hey, this
so
is
then,
great.
so then the next question is,
I'm waiting for that Liverpool report, eh?
yeah, if
The Liverpool
Liverpool
report.
don't,
Yeah, they're gonna go
number
tackle
6.
town, eh?
yeah, if they don't,
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
yeah, if they don't get a number 6, is it going to be a
Yeah.
shit show, or you guys are going to figure it out?
It's gonna be a shit show. Like you
Yeah.
can't. Well, we can figure it out in the sense that we won't get relegated. We'll probably end up in Europa League again, but that's not where we want to be. Like Salah's not taking another season of Europa League,
Yeah.
right? Don't get me wrong there. Salah's
So you better
gone
win it this year.
But no, if we don't have a 6, we're not winning it. Like it's that simple. And on Palhinha, I think he's very good at
Yeah.
winning the ball, but then once he's won the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it. And that doesn't
Fred.
work for a
Oh,
team.
is it McTominay who does that?
Yeah.
Well, McTominay
pretty
as
much.
well. They're the same.
Yeah.
Same, but different. And also, he doesn't show for the ball when his centre backs are in possession, which isn't going to
Yeah.
help us at all. So I don't think he's the solution. I'd rather have Jones there, who is at least good in possession. But yeah, look at this. I'm saying I'd rather have Curtis Jones at 6. Like if anybody had
Yes.
that on their bingo cards, there you go.
Yeah. But another thing is, Shiva, bro, you can easily go to the French league. I keep telling the gents, man. You'll find the CDM in the French league.
Fofana.
That's why.
I've
Yeah,
heard good
especially
things
from a
about
scouting.
Fofana. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I spoke
honestly,
about Fofana.
I think we take that 110 right now.
Yeah.
We go to Villa and we say, look, give us Kamara. Here's a British record. We want Kamara.
Hey.
Jeez, good luck. Not gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
here's a
Kamara.
deal
I mean,
with
it's
Hijack.
110, right? It's
Here's a
110.
deal. Here's a deal
Everybody
with
has a
Hijack.
price.
Think about it. I know Man
Yeah.
United is interested in this Moroccan player. Hijack that.
No,
Amrabat.
that Moroccan
No.
player. Amrabat
He's
is like
same
Lavia.
Amrabat, same as Palhinha. I don't know how good he is on the ball. Look,
He's
I'll
very
take
good
him.
on the ball, bro.
I'll take him
He's good on
because
the ball.
he'd be better than Curtis Jones in the 6. But I don't think that cannot be our that's not our solution. That's like you put some sticky tape there, and then you go buy the polyfiller
okay.
later.
Well, Amrabat is like Caicedo and Lavia. They both like
I
he
don't-
wants to join
I
Man
don't see it.
United. But
I
I'm just
don't
saying he
see
wants
it.
to join Man United.
But Man United is
Yeah.
not showing. Man United
Yeah,
is stepping
but-
up.
but it's
we don't
fine
need to
if he
because he
joins
wants to
United.
join our team, dog. We
Yeah,
just
doesn't
need to
work
get
like that,
Maguire
though,
out, bro.
No,
Maguire is,
but
is-
it doesn't work like that because
It
you know what's
does.
going to happen in the final
What's gonna
hours of the transfer window. You'll hear that
Yeah.
he's gone for a medical at Liverpool, and you left
Yeah.
there holding your balls, like literally
And that's
holding
fine.
your.
and that's fine, bro.
As someone
because
who is
you do
standing
the
holding their
medical-
balls now, I can tell he's
Yeah.
not a very good.
Yeah, but that was your team's own doing, eh?
Yeah, and
No,
what?
They
okay.
should have
I said this,
never
Mike.
got involved with the whole Caicedo deal.
Before you joined, I said this. Like, if we got involved the moment we sold Fabinho, then different ball game. But we came in like at the 11th hour, and then we pissed off Lavia in the process. So serves us right.
Or you can go for that Leeds midfielder that we were interested in, where he
Tyler
failed his
Adams.
medical. Adams,
Yeah, but-
yeah.
But Adams
Is
isn't
this
he
what it's
got
come
an
to, guys?
injury?
Yeah.
But
It's
Adams
gonna take
is
4
not bad.
months, couple of months, yeah. So he failed his medical because we had agreed everything in principle.
Yeah. And then what about that guy from Everton, Onana? Do you rate him, Shaba?
I rate him. I honestly, I think I said this to you, X. I rate him.
Yeah.
I'd like him at Liverpool, but to scrub that blue stench off him might be a bit of a problem. So maybe we don't go down that route.
But how many players have made that cross in Merseyside where they move from the blue to red?
I can only think of Abel Xavier and Nick Bombi, who went from who the fuck, who went from Everton to Liverpool, and then it's Connor Cody, who went to Everton, but he went via. He didn't go straight from Liverpool to Everton.
Plus, he was never considered a Liverpool player. He was one for the future. That future never came.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see why, right? Almost got them relegated. Or maybe we sent him there as an agent to get them relegated, and then Sean Dyche picked up on it. I don't know.
Yes, this is crazy, guys. I mean,
really, if this Lavia deal pulls through for Chelsea, you guys are in trouble.
I think it will, and I think we are.
Yeah, we are. But we did say this though.
To be honest with you, we don't necessarily. I don't think we needed Lavia. Personally.
Yeah, just for depth.
There's a word I'm looking for. Santos then, and then that other guy, that Leslie guy.
I think those players. I think those players. Okay, Santos. I agree with you because to me, Santos has the same skill set as Lavia. He can drop deep. He can collect. He's very good. He's got great vision. He can drive. He can pass. He's got everything. And he's Brazilian, so he's got a little bit of flair in his genes that he just got from birth. But I think Lavia is ready to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think with Santos, the question is, how long do we need to develop him? Physically, is he ready for the league?
No,
yes.
I disagree. Like, you think about it, all these guys just need chances. And how are you going to give people chances when you're busy acquiring other players? Like, I mean, the exact same thing. We spent 60 million last season on Cucurella when we got Ian Matson. What's that guy, Ian Matson?
And are you trying to loan Cucurella to Newcastle or something?
Yeah, and
but
then
I think on Romeo,
we didn't need him.
We don't. But I'm loving the fact that we're spiting
I knew you were going to say that. You came there so seriously, like you were going to raise a valid point. But I knew what was coming. That was a stone being thrown. That was not a point.
But no, I'm petty as fuck, I know. But if we think about it, right now you are panicking as Liverpool, and we considered you as a contender. But now, first game in, 90 minutes in, and we can tell exactly where your weak areas are. Your next
and it's like everybody can see that except for our management. We need to. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Kamara is the answer, I suppose, but I also don't think they'll take 110 because they know the situation we're in. And they really don't have any reason to sell. I know, look, every player has their price. I think we should just go and ask the question. And then there's this guy in Portugal who has a release clause of 102, but it's in euros. So I don't know what that works out to. If we have the money, I know he's not first choice. I've never seen him play, but I've heard that he's decent, so we might as well. Who else? I really don't want like Tyler Adams or Palinia, like those type of players who are not so good on the ball, because they're literally just going to come in, win the ball back, and then give it away again. And they can't sustain a high press. And they will be pretty much useless against teams that sit back. And a lot of teams sit back against us now. It'll basically be like having, 10 men because they can't recycle the ball that well.
And do you want to talk about what happened with substituting Salah?
I love that. I absolutely love the day Mo Salah is smiling when he comes off the pitch is the day that we should be worried.
Was he smiling, guys? Because to be fair, guys,
he was pissed.
He wasn't.
No.
Yeah, he was pissed.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
Like pissed. He didn't.
But I think I
normally-
think
normally
I think
he
that the
shames his
challenge you
managers
guys have there,
Yeah.
Go for it, okay.
Yeah.
the challenge you guys have there is Salah's biggest complaint, I think, is the fact that those moments in a close game are made for him. One counter attack, Salah can either create or score, and that's all you guys needed to basically break that game apart because you were struggling to get hold of the ball and everything. And I think what Klopp was thinking at that time was, we are not pressing these guys at all. And Salah is not going to help. He's not trying to help with the press. So they have all the time they want on the ball. The moment Doak and Curtis,
Elliot.
who's that blondie that and Elliot came in, started to press us with Nunes, and we started to struggle to keep the ball. You could create transition. He actually had a great chance from a mistake from the goalkeeper that Nunes should have done something with. He wasn't
Imagine
able
if
to, and
that
that was
chance
because of
falls to
sustaining a press.
Imagine that chance falls to Salah.
You see?
That's a
Yeah.
goal.
Exactly. But
So,
that's why he wants to be there for those moments.
No, I agree. I'm Team Mo Salah on this. My biggest problem with Salah is with this whole thing of Trent coming inside. Salah's now playing on the touchline. And why, again, let's just be very, very simple here. Don't take your best goal scorer and move him further away from the goal. Like,
Yeah.
it's not rocket science. Like, he's your best goal scorer. Get him in the box as often as possible. It's that simple. Unless it's Leo Messi, but that's a different conversation.
Shiva, why
Yes.
has Liverpool not bought a right back?
Because we have the best
Yeah.
right back in the world.
Oh my days. You're just saying that, right?
That is why
You're
we
just
haven't
saying
bought
that,
a right
right?
back. Because we
I know
have.
you're
Why
just
hasn't
saying
Chelsea
that.
bought a right back?
Yeah, they got Reese, dog.
Yeah,
Malo
exactly. So why
Gusto.
haven't they bought a right back?
But
Gusto.
Do they even have Reece?
Malo Gusto.
Gusto.
Okay, I'll take Gusto. I've seen him play like twice now. That's fine. It's the same thing as us having Conor Bradley, though.
Who is Conor Bradley? How are you going to
Conor
compare
Bradley.
that to Malo Gusto?
Who is Malo Gusto? I didn't know about him before preseason.
You need to do your.
That's
you need to
your
watch-
problem. We are saying who's Conor Bradley. Malo Gusto had a professional career.
Conor Bradley had a professional career. He was player of the season at Blackburn. I'm just digging this hole deeper, am I not?
What?
Shiva, bro. Yo, but I'm glad in how you're taking this, Shiva. You know, like you know how to take an L, I must say, bro. If this was Mike, if this was Mike, Mike would have been losing his shit. You, bro. If
Fire
this
the whole
happened to
board.
you,
Fire the whole board.
Yo, it would
Nah,
have been
but
crazy.
you know where I stand, dude. I don't think we needed certain players, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, Lavia we didn't need him. We got Leslie.
I'll take them. I'll take them.
The only
Too late
thing
now.
we need to focus on is getting somebody to replace Sterling.
I thought
That's,
Sterling did well.
who's that? We're taking that boy from Palace.
Olise.
Thingy. Olise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a player in there. There's a proper player in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And,
Sterling.
That's a player. Listen,
Cheese made him shine more than he should have shown. He's a turd, to be honest. But anyway, he's our turd now.
I didn't think
do
Sterling
feeling
played that
it's-
badly.
No, he didn't. He actually second half
he
did
played
come
well.
right.
He played very well.
Second half he came right. First half he was I couldn't see him.
So we had this issue with Sterling at Liverpool where, like, he was always such a good player and the talent was there, but his decision making was just like wrong.
all over the
And
place,
we're like,
yeah.
he's 19, he's 20, he'll learn. You know, it's fine for a 19-year-old to have bad decision making. And then at City, he didn't really have to make many decisions because you got David Silva there. So again, you know, he shone. And now at Chelsea, we're seeing that it's exactly the same as he was at Liverpool. But now how old is he? I don't even know. He's not 19 anymore. You can't still be having bad decision making in your late 20s than you did at 19.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shiva, some players need to be told how to play and where to play. and
You're
when
the
to play.
first person. You're the first person whose first sentence to me was not a shot. So for that, I thank you.
I know cheese.
He's a treble winner.
I mean,
He's a
He's
triple
not
winner.
looking down that far down.
I told X that these days I just go into the show and I mute myself and I listen to you guys speak. I don't have an equal in this chat.
I know that's true, man. Like,
Guys, a question about the weekend.
yeah.
Which team was the most impressive to watch?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Fucking Adam is watching. I take that back. Can I take that back?
Nah, like
Yo,
I watched them. Villa is not a walkover team.
To be fair, I think Villa were too open. I think they thought that they could go toe to toe with Newcastle, and that just left them way open than they needed to be. And of course, I think Karen Mings. I'm not a big fan, but he is probably the core in terms of what they need to do at the back.
He's out for a couple of months.
Defensive leader. Yeah, and as soon as he was out, you could just see with the Ahmad, it's just gonna get worse because for me, Konza is not that much of a leader. And then Pau Torres coming in to play with someone like that is the worst thing that could happen to your career. Starting off at the
So sad,
but
so sad for him, man.
I understand that Villa were very open, but for Newcastle to rip them apart like they did, yes, they tore another one on them. If you get the meaning.
But guys, Tonali as well, bro. Like Sandro Tonali, man. He had a very good game. He had a very solid game.
That boy belongs in Man City. Even though he's gonna sit at the bench.
Let's slow our roll there. Let's just slow our roll.
Respect us.
One game.
it is.
There's Liverpool here. Why don't you just include Liverpool? They want to sign every holding me.
We don't need a midfielder who gets into the box. We have enough of those. We need someone who stays there.
And protects the defense.
Well, you have a midfielder slash right back who doesn't want to go into the defensive box, so that's another problem.
I thought Trent was decent defensively against Chelsea. I think only when it was Chilwell that was coming in and overlapping. Yes, only when it was Chilwell that was doubling up on him. That's when he had some issues. But when it was who were you guys playing on the left hand side there?
Shiva, we didn't have anyone else to pick up in Chilwell.
No, that's Chilwell. That's Chilwell the whole
game. It was just Chilwell.
No, in the second, after that first 30 minutes, in the second half it was pretty much Chilwell. He was pretty much a left striker than anything else. But he wasn't like the long balls coming in. He was there. I was happy with Trent's performance yesterday.
Yeah, man, Shiva, you always biased to Trent, man.
Yeah, you need to check those videos again. You must see how late he is, how he's just in between like marking and waiting for the second ball so he can play the counter attack. So you must just see how tentative he is.
I'm gonna ask this question, and Sisha asked you this question. Where was Reece James for that goal, for our goal? And why was he not tracking Luis Diaz?
Oh, but that pass though.
That pass
into the corridor of uncertainty.
Yes, the pass will take the player out the game. But not the Diaz out the game.
But Shiva, that was a transition. Your goal came from a transition or a counter attack. You won the ball back.
And where was Reece James?
This is the high. They're two of the highest.
He was on the overlap.
And that's exactly what Trent does. The only difference.
Trent goes into the middle.
The only difference
Trent goes into the middle now, Shiva.
Yes, but he still goes high. He does go to the middle, but he still goes high. The only difference.
I don't think his heat map was that high yesterday.
Has 3 centre backs and Trent only has 2. That's the only difference.
I don't know.
But that was the shape that was being used.
If we were to check the heat map, you'd see Trent was probably much lower than he normally is.
But he was still not in the right back position. He always had to make up ground to get back into the right back position.
No,
and
but also
we didn't have a defensive midfielder who could tuck in and allow Konate to go to the right back position. But anyway, we're gonna go back and talk about
that pass.
So why were you inverting him to begin with? He was supposed to be the tuck-in option for you guys.
That's my problem. That is my biggest problem. Why are you again taking the best crosser, second best crosser in the league, and playing him central? Like, it's not that difficult. If the guy is the best crosser in the league, get him wide so he can cross. If the guy is your best goal scorer, get him in the box. Don't put him on the touchline. Like, simple
Yeah,
things.
but Shiva,
Stop
you were
trying to be
saying
like,
this last season when Trent was cooking those assists from the middle.
yeah,
Last
well,
season you were
look,
very happy that he was
but
right
then it
there,
was
man.
too late. But then it was too late, right? Like the season was
Yeah, I
already.
And
think
this is
that's
when
what
they
you should.
started that run.
Yeah, but McAllister's never going
When
to
they
be
started
the
that
guy
run, they
Shiva
came
wants.
back up from 10th. They went into the top 6. It was when Trent was being inverted. The problem with
And when
Trent being
we
inverted
also
is
had
that it's
a midfield that actually started games. Like our
Yeah,
yeah,
midfield.
but that midfield didn't have legs.
No, it did. It did. At that point, it did because we had Jones and Fabinho looked a bit better, and I think Henderson was back.
yeah.
So we
To be fair,
we were okay.
I think McAllister's never going to be Fabinho and
No,
Henderson
he's not.
and just sit
He's
there.
not.
He's
I
not
don't
gonna
think
be
he
not.
was bought for that. I think he
He
was
wasn't.
more like the
He
8
shouldn't have been
going
bought.
forward.
Exactly.
Yep.
He shouldn't have
Unfortunately,
been
now
bought.
he has to play that role. Yeah.
Liverpool
Well,
has an
now I
identity
think
crisis.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bought 2 8s that are very attacking in McAllister and Saboslai. Even if you buy a very defensive 6, that flat 3 you normally play with that allows Robertson and Trent to overlap, you can't have it anymore because the 2 8s need to advance with the attack. So you need your fullbacks to be in position for transitions or only one of them to overlap at a time. Before you could
So
overload the box because you used the width from the wing backs to get teams. Now you can't do that anymore. That changes the way you play completely.
exactly.
yeah.
So
I
what I
remember we
thought
spoke
Unfortunately,
about
when
this
we
with
Cody.
bought,
Arsenal, where we spoke about
Yeah.
balance, because Arsenal had too
Yeah.
many midfielders and attacking
Yeah.
midfielders. We initially
Yeah.
thought
Because Cody
Arsenal
doesn't
is a
cut
team
it.
that are going to have the problem. Turns out it's actually Liverpool who's going to have that problem.
so what I
Man
thought would
United as
happen,
well.
what I thought would happen when we bought Dom, who's, and I'm not going to pronounce his surname. I've been calling him Shabalala. I think I'm just going to go with that. What I thought when we bought Dom was I thought he'd be our right center midfielder, and if you look at his heat map for Leipzig, was it Leipzig?
Yeah,
One of
Leipzig.
those Red Bull clubs.
Yeah.
He actually
It was
went
Leipzig.
wide a lot. So I thought with this whole Trent inverting thing, I thought Trent would invert, and then it would be Soboslai who goes wide and holds the width, and then that will obviously allow Salah to get into the box. I thought that's so out of possession of 4-3-3, but in possession of 4-4-2, because Trent comes in
Yeah.
and Sobo goes wide. So that's what
Yeah,
I
but
thought
where do
we
you
were
then
going to
put
do.
Cody? But where do you put Cody in that?
False
Because
nine.
Cody's the one for me. For me, Cody's the one who's the biggest problem for you guys.
False
Because
nine. It's not a
Yes.
problem.
Cody's the
You put
one who.
false nine.
Yes.
Cody's a big problem for you, bro. He's not a good
But
false
at
nine,
false
and he's
nine,
not a good 9, and he's not a good
I think
8.
he is. I think he is a good false nine. I think he
Yeah,
is.
I think he's
false nine.
He's alright.
For me, he's the one who should
No,
go all the
he's
way.
not.
Guys like him who aren't.
You guys have seen a real
respect to
false
those other
nine.
guys.
Yeah, he's the look. Nobody's
Jota.
going to be Bobby Firmino, right? Well, Jota needs to.
Oh, Jota.
Jota needs to
Jota can
play.
do that.
Jota needs to play against the small teams because he's very good against the small teams. But in the big teams where you need like someone like a wall to play off. Sorry, give me one sec. Against the
It must
big
be
teams
cool.
where you need a wall to play off or someone who can control the ball, that's not Jota's game. So Klopp is on his way out. Now that's not going to happen. And then Diaz on the left holding the width on the other side. So it's Salah getting into the box, Cody dropping off as a false nine, which I think he's very good at. Diaz on the left cutting in, and then you've got Trent and Mac who are trying to, balance the midfield. And you have a CDM, which is probably the most important thing.
So then, just on this point,
You still don't have cover. For Trent's area, you don't have cover.
But Soboslai is now wide, so we're not as susceptible to being hit down that flank.
He can't defend.
Yeah, but there's a body there to slow down that counter attack. It's not like now where there's no one there, and then there's Salah who is now on the touchline, but so high up, and it's just like you've got this left back going on an adventure.
But Shiva, isn't
I'll
that
I'll give you a simple example.
Yeah.
and this is worst case scenario. Come Jan, you are 10th. Do you let him go? That is Klopp,
no.
or you still believe in him?
I still believe in him. Dude, if we finish, but seriously, I do take your point because you said worst case scenario we are 10th, and where did you guys finish last season? But anyway,
Hey.
even if we're 17th, even if we're 17th,
Nobody's
even if we're 17th, I want Klopp to stay. Even if we finish the season
Lavia
17th, Klopp stays.
Nah, but yeah, I think a holding mid solves the problem because for me, and I'm willing to shake on it now. Cody's the person who drops out of the team.
Yes.
It's Jota.
Is a person drops
I
out of
said
the
it
team.
already.
Jota's the guy that drops out.
No, I don't think so.
No, Nunes will start.
The one
will start.
baller you have in your front line.
If we're moving between Gakpo and Nunes, that I can understand. But I think Jota drops off and we get a CDM and we go 4-3-3. CDM,
with Cody up front.
McAllister,
Cody's a
Salah, Gakpo, Diaz.
Nah.
Sure.
Who are you playing
Yeah,
next?
no. Yeah, I think you only said when I finished 10th. That's the need to go lower.
Yeah.
No.
Well, another thing is, didn't
Their
Cody
first
get an
and second option
opportunity,
is
though,
gone.
in the
Sorry,
game?
X, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
I'm just saying, didn't Cody get a chance to score and decided to play it to Salah? And then,
he's
of course,
Salah.
I feel like Jota in that position, bro, is more deadlier, bro.
Anyone shoots, bro.
Yeah, bro. In that position, bro, I feel like he's more
You're
deadlier.
on the right foot angle is favoring you. You want to pass to Salah behind him so that he can take on his right foot.
Look,
I was
for me,
upset about that.
I think if he played that in front of
about
him,
that.
probably a different story. But if buts or maybes,
Yeah.
Our system works with the false nine more than it does with an out-and-out striker. And Gakpo is just a better false nine than Jota.
But you can't, because Klopp was using Nunes wide and playing Gakpo centrally. Now that Lewis is back, you can't bench Nunes because you want to play him out of position. It doesn't make sense. You've got a 9, play him as your 9, and then just tell him to drop in and form part of your of your build-ups. He doesn't have a problem with being a workhorse. The problem here is that Klopp is trying to make Gakpo into Bobby, and then as a result, he's punishing Nunes for not being Bobby, basically.
Yeah.
He's a 9. Use him as a 9.
I agree with you. Again, it's not that difficult, right? It's not that difficult. You need someone
You
to
have
score
2
goals.
8.
You have a 9.
Yes, you have 2 8. You have 2 creative midfielders. Use your number 9. He doesn't need to drop off anymore.
Go to Man United. Didn't Cody want to go to Man United?
No,
Man United was supposed to bid for him.
We didn't bid.
Yeah, he went out and said, that guy will be eating bench every day for me, bro. As assistant coach,
I'm okay with Gakpo false 9 if it means Salah's getting into the box. If Salah's not getting in the box and if Salah is playing like out wide and hugging the touchline, then why have a false 9 if you're not going to allow your wingers to invert?
Because Salah can tuck in to give space. The 9 is not the problem for Salah. It's the fact that the entire wing is empty without Trent.
Yeah. Well,
so Salah has to use. He is the whole width for the Liverpool team on the right side, and that's why he's playing wider. Whereas Salah can tuck in if Trent is there. So when Trent is not there, Salah is not playing in the half space. He's playing on the line. He's not effective from the line at all.
So that's why you have your right back, who is the second best crosser in the league, wide. You have Gakpo as a false 9 dropping deep, and you let Salah get into the box. It's not rocket science. It's really not rocket science.
Identity crisis.
I would definitely feel I'd prefer Jota in the box for me, bro. Left and right foot as a striker.
And he's very good in the air as well, but he doesn't do enough. He doesn't do enough against big teams.
Jota doesn't play well with Gakpo. He doesn't play well with Gakpo.
I mean, he played well with Gakpo toward the end of last season.
I don't think they played well together, bro.
I thought they
Everything
did.
was Trent was leading that team and the numbers and everything, and was masking more or less what everyone else was doing individually, right? Because he was just outshining most of those guys. But for me, I honestly think, right, Gakpo and Jota want to get into the same positions, and you want someone who's more comfortable on the ball in those positions than if Jota was in that position that Cody was in, and they were speaking about earlier. Different situation there. We're speaking to Onke and City are not on the show today.
Yeah. and Mike as well. Yeah, they all
Now,
not.
Mike isn't here. Mike isn't here technically. Louis is in the background of his own house. So kind of don't chance him.
Mike just pulled in close-up shots at me and then stood in the corner quietly.
Yeah.
I want this known. I want this known because the season is starting. I never duck any smoke. So if my team loses, I'm gonna be on the live. I don't mind. I never duck any smoke. But when it's not great times, it's not great times. And I have a feeling that Liverpool is not going to have great times.
I don't want the academy. Actually, I do want your academy prospects. Because let's look at your academy prospects, right? I would take.
Gallagher.
I would.
Gallagher.
Would I take Gallagher? I think I would take.
That's exactly who we need.
Yeah.
How much though?
It's busy.
50.
Actually,
50. No, not 50.
For you, my friend.
You've got money.
You've got money. Do
You
you guys have other centre backs?
We have 4 centre backs.
They've Gomez.
Well, we have 5 centre backs. We have 4.5 centre backs.
They've Gomez, Matip.
We've got Gomez, Matip,
Matip is still at that club.
Van Dijk,
Yes.
Matip is
And
Saudi.
we've
No
got
one in
Phillips.
Saudi called.
No. Let me WhatsApp that guy who gave Messi the lingerie. There's no way Matip should be still at
They have Phillips as well.
He's still gonna
Phillips as
play.
well,
He's there to play, or he's the assistant coach.
He's pulling a Jones. He's pulling what Jones did at United.
This is actually my problem, right? Because now we're trying to sort out this midfield, but what's creeping up on us is we're going to have a centre-back crisis again. Because Matip's legs are gone, and Gomez, like, as good as he was in that one season, he's broken both his legs since then. All of his confidence. So we've pretty much got Van Dijk and Konate, who are both really, really good defenders. But Konate
is just as bad in injuries. Yeah. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
You can see his body. Konate, for me, you can see just. There's something weird about Konate.
Yes.
Like
you cannot be
like he's so flimsy.
I've always said this, right? 3 things. There's 3 things. You can
He's
be
a clumsy player.
very fast, or very agile. Pick 2. If you want all 3, you get injured. Now he's very big, he's very fast, and he's very agile, and therefore he's always injured. So
and
like, it's only Ronaldo who could. What's that?
And he's also hard tackling. That's another thing that gives him injuries.
Exactly. It's just unfortunately.
Konate is Kurt Zuma.
I think I'd rather at this point I'll play centre
It's
back.
30 million.
It's fine. I'll play centre back.
Hijack.
30 million.
Where's that deal?
It's a steal, Shavat.
I think you guys would have the tallest.
I'd rather play centre back there. I'm sure I could do it.
You would have the tallest defense in the league.
Yeah.
I can't go up 2 flights of stairs, but I think I'd be better than Maguire.
You lost your club captain. It'd be great to get another one from another team. Just stabilize the
We
captain.
can come take Trevor.
An Englishman.
Nah, I'm good.
You've lost quite a few, man. I mean, in your starting lineup, it's only Trent, and that's a problem.
I mean, even last season it was pretty much only Trent. So
Yes, man.
The Man United squad is out. I see
It's
Mount
tough.
is starting today.
Guys, I'm not even.
Guys, Mason Mount
oh,
Alex.
what's the lineups?
is playing at pivot.
Someone said it's a big club, Mos. What's going on?
With Casemiro.
Frank, and this is 9 o'clock in the
Someone
morning.
speaking about Pirates, and then out of a sudden they're speaking about United. I'm shocked. The only big club I know is Pirates.
We are talking.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Luke
let's
so
see their
sent up.
lineup.
Oh no, that's right.
Okay, so let's see.
Let
Let
me
me share my screen.
On this,
sharing
on
the
this, on this app, Mount is still wearing a Chelsea kit.
Yeah,
So
they
good
haven't
luck.
updated it yet.
Yes, he is. That's
Do
funny.
we think
That's very funny.
Wan-Bissaka will be United's right back?
Who?
Do we
Garnacho.
think Wan-Bissaka will be United's right back? Like first choice right back
Yeah,
ahead of Dallo?
yeah, yeah. Why do you ask such questions, Shiva? You know, he's
Well, I
injured.
want X to answer this question. X, what do you think?
He's playing.
Who's going to
They've
be
been
first
playing.
choice?
They've been playing Wan-Bissaka the pivot. He's doing the trend role. Didn't you see?
Yo would lose, man. I would. Hey, basically.
No, but I think I think it's a. You've got
All I'm
Gnacho,
gonna
you've got
say is,
Anthony.
at least you waited like 10 minutes before you started firing shots. These guys
False
hadn't even
pivot.
joined yet, and he's also firing shots at me.
He can be a false
My main
pivot.
issue, guys,
Hey,
you
gents,
know
can
with
you hear me?
United. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you,
We
Mike.
can hear you.
We can hear you. My main issue with United, guys, is the ball retention aspect, bro. Like you guys just spoke on Wan-Bissaka playing a pivot. We all know that Wan-Bissaka's weakness is ball retention. We
His
know
first
Bruno
touch.
Fernandes. Yeah, that's part of ball retention, dog. I mean, it's being comfortable on the ball. You know, a lot of our players aren't comfortable on the ball, and that concerns me a lot, bro. I mean, we're gonna play Mount, Bruno, and Casemiro. Oh my days, like it's an imbalance.
The best,
I mean,
actually, the
in-
best
in
person who
midfield.
play your pivot is actually Martinez. If Martinez went into the midfield, he'd be so comfortable
Yeah,
there. to
thank
assist.
you.
I don't know why they
I've been
haven't done
saying-
it.
I've been saying,
Hey, it's going to be a
I've been
big loss,
telling-
though. It's going to be a big gap if
Yeah,
you move
it's gonna be a
Martinez, because
big
who's
gap.
going to protect him then?
No.
Just play Lindelof.
Because now you don't get Wan-Bissaka overlapping. You say Wan-Bissaka, sit here, do
Sit
what
there,
you
yeah.
know how to do, is defend. This
Yeah.
thing of him overlapping and doing roulettes and pirouettes and falling over himself, it's enough of that now. He sits there.
So Martinez
he
just sits
sits
there, and
there.
all he does is he breaks up play.
It's advanced.
Yeah.
No. And Martinez is our best. Is
No,
our
one
best
Bissaka,
player
Shaw,
on the
and
ball.
Thingy, and Rafa and Varane.
But
Yeah.
isn't Man United
But
playing
okay, the problem now is that at centre back, their best ball playing centre back, who is not named Martinez, is Lindelof. Varane is horrible on the ball. If you press Varane, just by scaring him off, Varane is going to kick the ball out or is going to make a mistake. He is that bad when you press him.
But for me, okay, his advantage is quick. His advantage is quick. So if he gets the ball, he normally pushes into open space and tries to find the pass. That's his
What you're-
strength.
Yeah, but he's not
What you're
getting
missing
it.
is you need a
Yeah.
leader in your
He's-
defense, and that's currently Martinez. We know that Varane is not a leader anymore. Like we thought he was, but then he came to United, and we realized that
He's
he was
never
a
been
swamp
one.
the whole time. So
He's
now
never
he's
been
playing-
one.
Exactly, but we thought he was because we thought, ooh, multiple Champions League Varane. No, none of that. Now,
Yeah,
when
well,
he was playing with Lindelof and Maguire, he looked terrible. But when you put him next to Martinez, he suddenly looks
but
like
this guy-
Champions League Varane again.
But that guy's playing with the captain of captains, Sergio Ramos. So
Yeah.
there can't be
Exactly.
another captain if you're the
Exactly.
captain playing with the captain of captains.
Exactly. So
And then
now
you
he
move
needs
to-
to play with the leader. He is not the leader. He needs to play with the leader, and that's Martinez.
Okay.
And that's why I think you
Well-
can't move Martinez out of the defense. Because I don't think
Sergio
Lindelof's
Ramos
the leader
is
either.
a free agent. If you guys want,
Yeah.
Sergio Ramos is a
And
free
he can play
agent.
defensive midfield. I think I'll take him.
Yeah.
I think I'll take him.
Yeah. I know. I still think Ramos still has it in mouth.
You want more old people in your team?
No, I don't want him in my team. I'm just saying for Liverpool.
I'm asking Shiva.
We were talking about him needing.
We have a
Oh,
pretty
Shiva,
young
my bad,
team
my bad.
now.
Shiva.
We have a pretty young. I think it's. Who do we have that's over 30? Well, okay, fine. Salah, Thiago, Van Dijk. Who else?
Listen,
You
Over 30?
keep Alisson.
I don't
Yeah.
think Alisson
How
is
old is
over
he?
30. Is he
He's
not
like 30,
29?
Alisson is the age cheat.
But also he's
Yeah,
a
he is.
goalkeeper.
Brazilian. So has Ten Hag given up on Sancho?
I know this because I was a little bit panicked when I thought that I was now older than every person in the squad. But it turns out that he's 30. Alisson is 30.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
because
then
Edison's
Alisson's
29. I
goalkeeper.
think it's 1 year younger.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was now older than every player in the squad, but then I'm like, yo, thank God Adrian is still there. So I'm still younger than one player, at least.
Why would you even care about that? Anyway,
I'm trying to hold
Man
my
United
youth.
team.
Didn't you hear him? Okay, he said he wants to be. He said he'd rather go play centre back than Maguire. So he wants to go there and be captain.
I'd rather play centre back than Maguire. I'd rather have me. I can't go up 3 flights of stairs, but I'm sure I can run more than him.
I wanted to answer Squeezy about ball retention. If you want your team to retain the ball, you need to play someone in midfield who's comfortable on the ball. And the only person I see on this team
100%.
in midfield who's comfortable on the ball is Ericsson, and he's sitting on the bench for Mount, who is only comfortable when he's running with the ball. So, this team is built for transition, for running at a team. I don't think Wolverhampton is going to play an open game. I think they're going to consolidate, sit back and try to hit you guys on the counter. So I don't know if you guys are going to counter each other from opposite sides of the field, kicking the ball to each other and running at each other or what. But it's going to be a horrible game to watch.
First team to make a mistake, basically.
We are going to sleep watching this.
100%, dog. It's always the case on game.
We're going to fall asleep watching this game, but it's okay.
I mean, I'm gonna pull a mic. I'm gonna go eat. Just whip out a plate, G.
Yeah. I know, guys. In closing, because I think we've gone over well over an hour. I'm not too sure if you guys want to say anything in closing, because I feel like we've discussed what I deem is important.
Any views on Arsenal?
Yeah,
I think they look like a proper team.
I don't think Arsenal have leaders in their team. So for the mere fact that they don't have players who have that dog in them, I'll still won't rate them. That's just my opinion.
They're gonna finish above you guys, though.
Yeah. Even if they finish above us, they're still not gonna win. Moral of the story, Mike, is to win. I know I'm gonna win a trophy, bro. The way I play is suited. It's suited for cup competitions, bro. The way I play. That's why I reached 2 finals, dog, last season.
Bro, you only won the Carabao Cup because you were playing relegation teams.
Well, and Newcastle. The team.
Yeah, but what were Newcastle before last season?
Well, it doesn't matter, dog.
The big team that is Newcastle.
It's a trophy. And it's cool.
I like United fans.
So we are hoping for a favorable draw.
That thing like 4 times in a row. They were like, "Hey,
I did it."
Yeah, it's the Latin Cup, and then the Community Shield, and now it's more important than the Champions League. We all know United fans. That's how they roll.
Not Kolani. Yeah, you must separate me from the rest, guys. Come on.
I know X is
United spectators.
Like I always say, Shiva, if your name is Tolan in this country, you are fixing it, my brother. So...
Oh, good one.
All Tolan in this country are fixing this country, bro. Without them,
Guys, you're gonna watch Onana basically orchestrate from goalkeeper. He's gonna be the one with more touches than the midfield.
That's what's gonna happen.
Because United.
Is there a CDM Kolani in PSL? Because tell him I have a club.
You said the club
there probably is next month. I'll send you a list. in private. But today we're going to see the first ever team that has a goalkeeper as the pivot. So it's going to be very interesting.
And that's true, guys. That's 100% true, and that's the sad reality, dog. Like, poor retention, man, in this team is non-existent. It really is. And that's what
I mean,
Onana, the most,
Onana and Wan-Bissaka can swap shirts once. Just going right there. and Wan-Bissaka goes into the goals.
Hey,
If he really wants to play that badly, Onana, bro, that's what he has to do. I mean,
yeah.
there's not many. There's not
He
many
really
other
thinks he's a
guys on the
midfielder.
team, so.
He
Yeah,
really
yeah,
thinks he's a
nah,
midfielder. Being a goalkeeper is a side hustle to him.
yeah.
But
It's a side
think
hustle.
about it,
You know what
That's
he's like?
a decoration.
No, but you know what he's like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
X.
can go,
Sorry.
Cheese. I know. Go.
No, I was saying he's like an indoor goalkeeper. You know, indoor goalkeepers don't want to be goalkeeper. You find the indoor
Come on,
goalkeeper overlapping, taking a run in there, and then you're watching him, and you're like, this guy. And you're like, I'm telling you, bro, Onana is probably one of the best indoor goalkeepers you've ever seen in your life.
But another thing is, Cheese, I once watched a video online where Onana was playing with the gents. They were doing rondos and like Casemiro passed him the ball, bruh. Like this guy's first touch. Like he couldn't believe at how he's like, bruh, this he looked at like Rashford and was like, bruh, like, are you taking notes, my guy? Like, look, this is how you control the fucking
What?
field, bruh.
What?
We used to say this about centre backs about 10 years ago when we didn't like when our centre backs used to go play with our midfielders. And now our centre backs are the best passers of the football in the team.
Yeah.
And now it looks like that's happening with goalkeepers.
No, goalkeepers should be able to facilitate. I don't have a problem with that. But goalkeepers are positions that are important in the box. And when they sweep from their line. You're not sitting outside your box and saying you're a sweeper. No, you're sweeping from your line, from your position, and then you are sweeping because you can see moves as they develop. Alisson is probably the best sweeper. Okay, Ederson is the best, but Alisson is great in short spaces because one-on-one, he's got such a get-off from his line. You think when you take your first touch, he's still sitting at his line. By the time you take your first touch, he's already advancing towards you. That's why he gets so many one-on-ones. He's amazing at it. That's how you sweep. What Onana does is not sweeping. He's playing. He's part of the team.
Hey,
he's an 11th man.
It's not a sweep. It's just like
Onana wants to be a CDM. If Onana wants to be a CDM, I know where he can go.
And you're sweeping, it's a slight tackle. It's a slight tackle once you're in the midfield and you're sweeping. It's no longer a sweeping. You are now being confident.
When he does,
making interceptions and tackles in the team.
Yeah.
And people are like, United fans want to tell you that, not you, Kolamina, but United fans want to tell you that that's what Ederson does. I'm like, you don't watch Ederson. Ederson never does that. He's got positional discipline. And then he sweeps because they play a high line and he needs to make sure that when moves develop, he can intercept certain moves if he can see that his defense has fallen behind. That's how you sweep. You're not sweeping when the team has the ball and you're outside your box. That's not sweeping. What are you sweeping? He's going to get found out, that one.
Hey, man. We shall see, guys. That's what
but look at the great team. Yeah, the biggest team.
Who's Ash, man? Okay, guys, this one's the biggest team. I'm gonna watch it because it's my team, but hey, it is what it is. Oh yeah, even that team, Cheese. Yeah, even Orlando Pirates.
Big club.
Big club as well. Yeah.
Big club, Baba. And can you see X? It's an X.
It's an X.
Showing the country.
But anyway,
he's showing the country, Baba. This thing.
Yeah, but anyway,
you can't lose to Wolves, man.
Yeah, we never know. You never know with this team, dog. Especially teams that we meant to win. Okay, that's where we struggle. Low block, what? Like you said, it's gonna be a snooze fest. They're gonna stifle us. We're gonna make one error. Going to Traore left. Yeah. I saw Fulham posted baby oil. They posted baby oil in the announcements of Traore because of him.
That was wild. I saw that.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was crazy. That was so crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, gents, thank you so much once again, much appreciated. And Shavar, big ups to you, man. Like respect, like I said, respect for pulling through. You know, man, if it was any other person, you know, I'm not gonna say anyone's name, they would have not pitched.
No, thanks, guys. It's good.
Yeah.
1 week in and we already start the banter. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This is Easy Sport, and we out. Peace.
Chita. Mike, uqedile ibheka yakho.
Wait.
Or budla.